Welcome to our group presentation. We are Group 3 and we will be presenting Milestone 3 today. I am Alejandra, and other members of our group that you will hear from today include Leandro, George, Gerry, and Kieu. Matching customers on site with vehicles is an essential function for the car dealership project. This function will provide a competitive advantage over other dealerships. Let's take a look at a sequence diagram first. Here we have a sequence diagram for matching existing customers to cars. First, we begin with the customer who wants to explore different car options. The request is made to a salesperson, and after talking a bit with the customer, the salesperson uses the car dealership system to look up the customer. After a customer match is found, the salesperson obtains a little bit more information as to what the customer is looking for in a car. The customer provides the salesperson with their specific preferences, and the salesperson adds these to the customer's profile under the Preferences section. After this, the salesperson executes a search function where the system checks the customer's preferences against the master inventory, and again, the master inventory includes both internal and external inventories. After the search function is executed, the system returns a list of cars that match the customer's preferences. So now let's summarize this process with the communication diagram. Here we have a communication diagram for matching existing customers to cars. We begin with number 1, where a customer requests to be matched with vehicles, and we go on to number 2, where the salesperson looks up the customer first, and after finding the customer in the car dealership system, we move on to number 3, where the salesperson asks the customer what their preferences are in a car. From here, we go on to number 4, where the salesperson adds the preferences to the customer's profile. And finally, we move on to number 5, where the salesperson tells the system to check preferences against the master inventory.
And now on to the sell vehicles section. This is the sequence diagram for sell vehicles. A customer will have requirements for a car and the salesperson will find a suitable match. Then, if a car trade-in is made, that information is input under customer trade-in, which calculates a trade-in value. Then, if the customer wants financing, the salesperson inputs required customer information under customer financing. Under price calculation, the system will present a total based on the previous information input plus applicable discounts and the sales tax. Finally, an agreement is reached for the sale and it is recorded under finalized sale. This is the communication diagram for sale vehicles. First, a customer will meet with a salesperson looking for a car. The salesperson will ask if any accessories for the car are wanted, and based on the customer feedback, a match is made. Second, the customer asks if a car trade-in is being made, with the customer feedback of yes or no. Third, if the customer needs financing, will be asked. Again, customer feedback will be yes or no. Fourth and fifth is part of the price calculation, which is made based on customer feedback, any discounts, and sales tax. And lastly, sixth is where the sales and finance managers will approve the sale and will be recorded.
Managing inventory.
Hi, I'm Gerry LIVINGSTONE. Today I will present the sequence diagram for management of inventory. You have the sales manager who's going to be the main hub here. We chose not to add an inventory manager to keep the value of the project up. I mean, adding labor will cut into the cost, so we decided to put the sales manager in charge. But here basically he'll check the inventory through master inventory. He'll get his figures. If a trade-in occurs, then he'll get the trade-in details, get the figures, we'll update the inventory. If no trade-in occurs, no figures, If we get a lease return, we'll get the lease return details, basically, and then get the figures back and then update the inventory. If there's no lease return or lease return does not occur, there are no figures to update inventory with. If we're selling a car either to auction or another dealer trade maybe, we would get the figures, details, update our inventory as the sale occurs. No sale, no figures. And then the last alternative, inventory is low. We would go ahead and place orders to the manufacturer, which is the other actor here, and get the details, updating again the inventory. Next is the communication diagram for manage inventory. Here you have the sales manager in charge of inventory. He's going to check via the master inventory. Master inventory will get if it's a trade-in, we'll get the details from the trade-in transaction, update inventory. Lease return, it'll get the details and it'll update inventory. If we're selling to auction, it'll also get the details and update the inventory. And then if we're placing orders, the manufacturer will respond and send back the inventory with details, models, colors, delivery dates, etc.
We will now look at determining commissions. This is the sequence diagram for determining commissions. The salesperson will first initiate the commission request to the sales manager. The manager will then generate a sales report from the system for the salesperson. Afterwards, the sales manager will ask the system for any sales adjustments and then confirm with the salesperson about the final sales figure to be used for the commission. Once the salesperson accepts, the sales manager will then apply the commission percentage to get the commission. The salesperson will receive this commission. Now let us look at the communication diagram for determining sales. The communication diagram is derived directly from the sequence diagram from the previous slide. But instead of showing the message flow like the sequence diagram, the communication diagram focuses on associations between the different objects. Here we can see the salesperson and manager objects and the messages that occur between them. Likewise, the sales manager interacts with the system to generate an adjusted sales figure and then applies the commission percentage on that sales figure.
Now we will go on to determining promotional offers. In this sequence diagram, the sales manager will first run the sales report to see how sales are doing for the week. Then the sales manager will run an inventory report to check inventory levels. Finally, the sales manager will check the seasonal report to see if there are any seasonal promotions coming up. With this information, the sales manager will determine if and what the promotional offers will be, and communicate it with the finance manager to see if the team is in agreement of the promotion. Here we have the communication diagram. This concludes our presentation. Thank you again for watching. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out.